take a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom with stops along the way at Frontierland and Mickey's Toontown Fair. Sit tight, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs well inside the train. We're leaving Main Street Station right now, so wave goodbye. But if you stay on board long enough, sooner or later, you'll be back. Hoy, para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. No conductor like me, there's no better place to ride the rails than the Magic Kingdom. By the way, we're traveling on pure steam power. This old locomotive is descended from the mighty trains that powered the golden age of steam. And just like me, it's a little old-fashioned. Where else can you travel from the charm of Main Street, USA, to the untamed jungles of Africa, Asia, and South America? At the Magic Kingdom, anything is possible, and we're headed straight to the heart of Adventureland. It can get pretty wild in these parts, especially if you run into Captain Jack Sparrow. He's hiding out among those scurrilous pirates of the Caribbean. Whether you're boarding a boat for the Jungle Cruise or flying on Aladdin's magic carpets, as for me, I'll stay safe and sound right here aboard my train if we don't mind. Reach the wild west of the Magic Kingdom, Frontierland. This outpost is home to covered wagons, cowpokes, and country bears. And we've got our own mountain range of exciting adventures. You might catch a runaway mine train at Big Thunder Mountain, or hop on over to Splash Mountain and join Brer Rabbit for a 50-foot drop straight down into the Briar Patch. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone, so sit tight until we come to a complete stop. If you're disembarking here, please carry your strollers all the way off the platform before you unfold them. That'll help make room for the new passengers joining us. Watch your step now. This is Frontierland Station.
Folks, Frontierland Station, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. And until the word is all clear, let you know it's safe to exit the train.
Howdy, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Railroad. We're headed for Mickey's Toontown Fair and all points beyond. Everybody stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs safely inside the train. And as always, keep an eye on your little ones. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. As we head into the American wilderness, we'll pass by the dusty desert town of Timberlake. And keep your eyes peeled for the runaway mine trains of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Runaway trains. Now I ask you, is that any way to run a railroad? I feel right at home here in the prairies and forests of the American wilderness. These woods haven't changed much since the days when settlers started heading west. Nowadays, the rails can carry us safely through the wild, and a trip that used to take months can now be made in just a few weeks. There's plenty of deer, antelope, and elk that feed along the banks of the river. And naturally, plenty of early settlers decided to put down stakes and live here too. Of course, those early settlers weren't the first to make their home in this wild frontier. These native tribes of Plains Indians were living, hunting, and trading for centuries before we ever came along. They were the first to tame the wild horses of the American plains, long before our big old iron horses started chugging through these parts. looks like we're almost out of the woods, folks, and we're coming to the outskirts of Fantasyland, a place where any dream can come true. Here you can fly with Peter Pan or take a spin in a teacup. Walt Disney always believed that no Magic Kingdom would ever be complete as long as there was imagination left in the world. With that spirit in mind, these folks are dreaming up a whole new Fantasyland. They're hard at work making future dreams come true. Someday soon, you'll be able to take a trip under the sea with the mermaid, or be our guest for an enchanted feast inside the Beast's castle. But for now, it sure is exciting to think about all the fun that lies ahead. If you've ever wanted to visit the home of Mickey Mouse, well, this is your chance. Our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Fair, where Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and the whole gang are having a real day. You can stop by Donald Duck's boat, or join Goofy for a rollicking flight on the Barnstormer. Mickey's Toontown Fair is also your stop if you're heading to Fantasyland or Tomorrowland. Now, please wait until the train has come to a complete stop. Gather your belongings, and please carry your strollers away from the loading platform before you start unfolding them.
Folks, we are arriving at Mickey's Toontown Fair Station. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete.
For those of you who just joined us, welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Railroad. Our next stop is Main Street, USA. Now everyone stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. And please, keep an eye on your children.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
I just went 2 or 3 your way, you'll never notice, huh?
Hey, Daddy, Mommy and Daddy are in the other.
I see them.
Yep, they're in another cart.
Yep, right there.
Right there where I have to turn around.
There are some who say that this steam train is a little old-fashioned, but for me, it's the only way to travel. Of course, there are those who prefer to hit the highway, and on the right, you just might spot some bite-sized drivers taking their first spin behind the wheel of a car. Getting from place to place is a big deal in Tomorrowland, where you might board a people mover, zip around on the Astro Orbiter, or book a flight across the galaxy at our busy starport in Space Mountain. Tomorrowland is truly a world on the move.
That's what you say.
That's a cool way to go. This thing above us? Yeah. Let's get to that. How do we get over there?
Walk down Main Street.
Yeah, the future is here today at the Magic Kingdom, and the future looks like a lot of fun. But after working on the railroad all the livelong day, it's nice to come home to good old Main Street, USA. Inspired by the small-town dreams of a young Walt Disney, a walk down Main Street is like stepping back into the early years of the 20th century. The automobile is just starting to replace the horse and buggy, and the new electric light bulb is the talk of the town. Walt had fond memories of those days, and it's a dream we still like to share, especially at parade time. We've made a complete trip around the Magic Kingdom. For those of you who've been on board for the whole journey, thanks for putting up with me these past few days. If you're staying with us, we'll be headed for Frontierland next. Right now, please stay seated until our train comes to a complete stop. Then pick up your belongings and carefully step off the train. If you have strollers to unfold, please take them all the way beyond the platform so we can safely board passengers for the next leg of our journey. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
Okay, folks, we are at Main Street Station, so please stay seated until the train has come to a complete stop, and I have given the words of all.